In this video, I'm going to be talking about the change and transition I made to my release during this indoor season. What I realized was when I was shooting the 3 fingers on my release was my pinky was starting to curl, which was moving my ring finger. And as you can tell, if you try to move your pinky, you cannot move your pinky without moving your ring finger as well. That was a really big issue because it was causing my release to go off, and sometimes it would happen, not always. So I had to search for a way to have more consistent shots and releases. Other people, including pros, actually use their fingers to get the release off. Using fingers during your release might really help for you, but in this situation it did not help for me, so I made the decision to switch. So my solution to this problem, I searched and searched and I couldn't find a good way of making my pinky and index finger not be a part of the execution. So what I did was I eliminated the ring finger from even being a part of the execution. I took it off the release and I tucked it in the palm of my hand. So in other words, the pinky and the ring finger didn't have any control of the release. You're probably wondering about the index and middle finger. Well, these 2 fingers don't have a lot of leverage to make this release go off. My index and middle finger were the only ones on the release. These 2 deranged monkeys just wanted to go everywhere, so I had to find a spot for them. What I did is when you bend your thumb a little bit, you have like this line right here. What I did is I tucked my ring finger and my pinky right next to each other in this little spot, and it made a really consistent spot since this doesn't really move that much. This may or may not work for you, so I would recommend you test and try to find out the best position for you and your fingers, since nobody's hands are the same. In doing this transition, I had a way more relaxed hand, I had more consistency, and also I had more confidence in my release. This is because there's no other way to get the release off without doing back tension, since these 2 fingers don't have a lot of leverage to get the release off. Many people will tell you to change to a 2-finger release, but in my situation, I really love the feel of the Fulkrum, and I'm going to stick with it. All I'm going to do is take off the ring finger and do the same thing I've been doing, but just use the same release. There was one problem with this release that I had, and you might be able to tell. It's a Fulkrum with an abyss bar and peg. So what I did with my lack of a monkey thumb, I added the abyss peg and I put it to a good position where my thumb had good grip and these 2 fingers were as relaxed as possible. You may have this situation happen to you, but you just have to adapt your release and find a good position for you. You do not have to have the exact release that comes out of the package. Sometimes it doesn't work for everybody. You have to find a good position for your hand and release to have the most consistent outcome. So I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to drop a like down there if this strategy works for you. If you have any questions or an idea for our next video, make sure to drop that down below in the comments section. I'll make sure to check that out.
1, 2, 3, funky.